with Sixxsense. Got Amy Lee on the phone today. Hi, Amy.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing real good.
So where are you right now?
I'm in the nursery. I'm at home. Yeah, at home where I am a lot of the time these days.
So it's baby Jack, right?
Yes.
How old is he?
He's 3 months.
Oh my gosh, you're still in like the squishy stages.
He's so incredible. He grows so fast though.
Oh, I know.
I had to dump a whole bunch of pictures off of my phone this week because it already is like at capacity. We cleared our phones, completely right before he was born because we knew we were going to be taking lots of pictures. But anyway, I was looking through all this stuff and I saw pictures of like the first and second week, and I was like, wow. Like, I've been looking at you so much, like I feel like you look exactly the same, but he's totally growing before my eyys.
Yeah, and then you either post a picture or you send a picture to like one of your friends, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's so big." You're like, "No, he's not.
No.
He looks exactly the same."
So. Yeah, it's amazing. It's an incredible thing.
It really is. I have a 7-year-old, and yesterday mine threw up at school, so that's what you have to look forward to in front of all his friends, and they thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Well, see, mine just throws up on me.
Right? Did you find that right after you had him and you were like, did you go to the hospital? Did you do a hospital thing?
Yeah.
When you were in the hospital right after you had him, did you feel like you were in a bubble, like a life bubble?
That's cool. That's a cool way to put it.
Yeah.
I felt like it's weird. I'm a lyric writer, but I can't find the words to describe the way that it felt.
It
was
insane.
Like a new emotion.
Yeah, it really was. And it's kind of like you're floating for a couple days.
It was bizarre. Like, I realized, you're in a hospital. Hospitals aren't fancy. They're dark and, kind of, you're in this confined little room. And, man, it was as if I was in this beautiful, like, colorful
garden
new world, like, just staring at him. It was so overwhelming, actually, when we left the hospital, like, the next day. And I hadn't seen, like, the outside world since before, and we got in the car, and it was sunset in New York City, and we were kind of stuck in traffic, but everything was so beautiful. It was just like, I would look at him, but then I would look up, and there's, like, this purple sky over the water and the skyline, and tears just streaming down my face. It's the most overwhelming emotion
I know, and nobody ever really talks about it, and it's like, I really want someone to be able to describe what that really feels like, and it's nearly impossible. But wasn't that drive home a bitch? Oh my God, the drive home from the hospital, you're like, no one stop.
Yeah, like, please drive as slow as you can, do not break this child.
Yeah.
No, it's just really cool. I think, it's work, and I don't mean to make it like, it's easy, everybody go get pregnant.
Right.
So it's like, it's a job, but it's just a whole new level of love, and for me, that is so much more the overwhelming thing than any work that's involved. Like, there's totally work, we're totally up at night, it's not like it was before, but it's so much more enriched. It's really cool. I'm loving being a mom.
Do you feel like having him kind of brought out a whole other side of creativity as far as songwriting goes?
I really do. I can't take credit for the whole thing, but I feel like he's a creation. Like, he's the most satisfying thing I've ever created, and it really feels that way, and it kind of stimulated that thing in me and made me want to create. I felt like that when I was pregnant, too.
Yeah.
Like, just extremely creative. Like, I wanted to be in my studio, and I wanted to be listening to music more than ever. And when he was born, too, like, that first week, there's a lot of being awake, in the middle of the night, and all I wanted to do was sit in this chair that I'm sitting in right now and just hold him and listen to music and just feel feelings.
Right.
It's funny how that does that to you, and I definitely feel like it inspired a lot of creativity in me.
What's your go-to lullaby when you're sitting there with him?
Actually...
Or do you make up your own songs? Because that was my favorite thing to do.
I do. I make up silly, stupid stuff all the time. But it's, I don't know why this happened, but it just started coming out. Oh Danny Boy, the old Irish song.
Yeah.
But I put his name in it, so it's like Jackie Boy.
Aww. And he's like, yeah. You wanted one time to, like, look at you and be like, fuck yes, Mom, this is awesome. But he's just a tiny little squishy man.
It's cool to have a little admirer like that. He definitely loves us, he can't help it. We're like all he knows, but he loves music. I'm sure he does. Like, he definitely is smiling and responding to it.
Oh my gosh. So this new album is quite a turn from what we're used to with you.
Yeah.
Where did it come from? Where did this whole thing stem from in your mind?
Well, it didn't start with me because it started with this film, War Story.
Right.
And living in New York has been really cool because, and the whole Evanescence thing has been obviously really cool for a lot of reasons. But one of those reasons is that I've made a lot of good friends and connections that are really talented people. And I met Dave Egger a decade ago, who is really the main person, the music director of the score for the film.
Right.
And he brought me into it. We played together for a long time. He plays cello. He's a brilliant musician. Anyway, we've been looking for fun. He knows I'm extremely creative. He's so crazy out there creative, and knows that I'm just looking for whatever fun thing he can think of that he wants me on. So he was like, hey, why don't you come in and play some piano on this thing? And it ended up just kind of spiraling out of control. I came in one day and we did the whole kind of classic thing. And the whole thing wasn't this way, the whole writing process
right.
for the film. But this first day, we literally had a clip of the film and we were watching it while just freestyling.
Is that kind of how it happens whenever you do a soundtrack? I mean, for any movie?
I don't know. Honestly, in my experience, not at all.
Okay.
They're so protective of their work. And so scared that it's going to get leaked onto the internet that a lot of times, if you get to see anything, you have to go in person and sit with someone and watch it, and then you can leave and remember it.
Gotcha.
But we got to actually sit in a recording studio and watch it and just play to our feelings in the scene. And that piece of music, we literally just, on record, jazz style, stream of consciousness, made this cool track. And it didn't make the film. It was just the first try that we ever did for anything. But that kind of was part of this ongoing theme. All this cool music happened, and the inspiration for all your original question, it was literally just following the director and following what the characters wanted, emotionally. But then it turned out that we had all this music that didn't make it also, that I loved, and we'd made ourselves, and it just felt so good and raw, and I didn't want to waste it. So I was like, I'm not throwing this stuff away. We're going to make an album out of this. I'm a free agent now. I can do what I want. I don't have to ask anybody's permission.
So is that what you did? You just kind of put it on an album, and you were like, this is what I want to do? That's so awesome.
Yeah, I just sort of took control of the Aftermath project completely, and, did a lot of producing and engineering and recording and craziness in my studio, and it's fun being kind of the one to go, okay, it's done,
yeah,
and pushing a lot of the buttons. I don't anticipate that I'm going to be just doing that every time now, and I'm going to produce all my records and do everything completely myself. It's cool to know that I could, though.
Yeah.
It's cool to know that at least for this project, I felt really liberated and equipped and independent and strong, and it was really good.
So have you produced before, even a song for somebody else or for you?
Little things.
Okay.
Nothing huge. I mean, you know what? I'm the person that makes our Evanescence demos. I mean, I have been for, I don't know, 10 years.
Right.
Something like that. So, it starts off you don't have to feel like, oh, this doesn't have to be any good. I just have to be able to record us. But then, for me, definitely, it's become more and more of this creative outlet hobby thing where you get more and more into the loops and the tracking and the analog keyboards and the fun toys. And I've definitely gotten better at it over the years to where I was like, hey, you know what? I have a skill, and I'm just going to trust myself a little bit here and not feel like I need a big name producer to come on this indie project. I can do it myself.
Right. Did you feel like you were pushing yourself?
Yeah, totally. Yes, I have to feel that way to like what I'm doing.
Yeah, right. Did Dave help you push yourself, or were you pushing him?
Definitely he does. We push each other, but I think it's cool because Dave will come up with a creative method. He'll be like, okay, let's do this song, but let's only use, I'm trying to think. He made this one song, I think it's the last track on there, that is this combination of, it's cellos, but they're each honestly playing a different song, and each one bleeds into the next. It's just a really weird method that he kind of made up for himself to challenge himself. I mean, he's really talented. I almost think he gets bored. He does, just playing the cello. So he's
right.
how can I make this weird? He'll turn it sideways, play like a guitar.